Welcome back to the Auto Obscure Garage. Chadwick with you again for another installment of the Auto Experience series. Oh, this is going to be a spicy one, guys. We are in a 2005 Volvo V50 T5 all-wheel drive manual. And this is our cheap project rally car that we built for $3,500. Oh my God, it's still good. It's still so good. All right, I'm gonna dial it back a little bit because this thing loves to carve it in the canyons. The combination of 5-cylinder turbo, that low down torque, and the all-wheel drive system, oh, it's pleasurable. It's very pleasurable, but I need to focus on doing the speaking part of this thing. So we'll upshift and get a little more casual. The 2005 Volvo V50. So this is part of the P1 series of Volvo products. You know, we had the S40, which was the little sedan. We had the C30, the cool little hatchback with some retro styling from a old school Volvo. If you know, you know. And there was a convertible, the C70. I haven't owned that one. Owned all the others with a manual and a T5, just not the C70, which can be had with that combo, which is fantastic. But today we're in the Wagon, guys. We're all about wagons. The V50 with the T5, with the all-wheel drive, with a manual. These things are certified unicorns. I think you know that if you know anything about these cars. They're just impossible to source. If you're looking for one, you're probably not going to find one. They randomly will pop up from time to time, and that's when you need to pounce on it if you want one of these. Man, what have we done to this one? So it's not stock. I'll start there. It's not super modified. I just threw a bigger rear sway bar, an Elevate sway bar, put a strut tower brace from a diesel model from Europe, which shores up the turn-in. Very noticeable. And some grippy tires. Those are the big mods, and it's all handling, and that's what this car kind of needed from the factory. Oh, it has Eibach lowering springs. I almost forgot that. I'm going to go around a bicyclist right now, give him some road here. Go quick. And back on it. So yeah, some great handling mods. It really wakes this car up. It's really fun. It's really fun to cane through the corners. These are great little cars. The 5-cylinder is a very unique engine. There aren't a lot of 5-cylinders combined with that turbo where the torque just comes on so low. And someone asked me what it's like to drive one of these T5 Volvos. It has power similar to a WRX of around the same time. I feel like it's a little more torquey, and that torque is a little down low. There's some more heft here. These are heavier, obviously, than their WRX counterpart in that comparison, but I think it wears it well. The balance is pretty damn good, especially once you do these little bit of suspension modification, little tweaks here and there. It's really dialed in. These are great value too, guys. Marketplace, let's hit it. If you can find one, boy, I think anywhere, probably around 5 to 10 based on condition. Yeah, I got mine super cheap, but you know, watch the video series on Project V50, which is this V50, and you'll see why I got it cheap. But yeah, they're all over the price map here because they're so rare. Cars like that are really hard to generalize what you're gonna pay. So, you know, I try my best. I think between 5 and 10 is what the market's looking for. These guys are pretty hard to get, so if they're in good shape and maintained, they demand that price. Is it worth it? Yeah, it's a lot of car. Reliability, these are pretty stout. The T5 motor is very reliable. Maintenance is very approachable. Anyone can do it. I think it's very DIY, wrench turner friendly, if you will. So don't be scared away by that. It's not a very complicated, I mean, it is a complicated car, but it's not going to be like the hardest thing in the world to work on. Yeah, this is a good car. If you're an enthusiast, you want something different, you like the Wagon, go for a V50. Try to get the all-wheel drive T5. Definitely get the 6-speed manual. This is the exact same manual found in the S60R and V70R. It's a peach. Very good throws, very close ratio. Matches up with the T5 motor just perfectly. And back to the fact that this is my rally car. Yeah, it kicked butt on the rally. I ran with the really, really fast kids, which I tend to do. Maybe not when you bring the cheapest car at the rally, but hey, this thing hung, even in downhill sections. The brakes might have been on fire. I don't know. There's witness reports. read into that as you will, but check out the series too if you want to see what I did and how it did on the rally and all that fun stuff. It's been a fun series. I've had a lot of fun with this car. It's cool. There's a lot of personality, and with the price point they are and how rare they are, I think you should track one down. I think if you're a interesting car person or you're looking for something that's different, something you're not going to see every day, go get a V50 T5 all-wheel drive manual. You will not be let down. On to the objective tests. Let's get our Volvo V50 up on the scales and see how much this little all-wheel drive wagon weighs. Our Volvo V50 T5 all-wheel drive manual tipped the scales at 3,448 pounds. Now, that's quite a bit of weight for a smaller sized wagon, but you got to keep in mind here, we do have Volvo safety features, which is a lot more reinforcement than you're going to see for other cars. You've got all-wheel drive and a wagon, so coming in at under 3,500 pounds is actually pretty good for a car with all those attributes. With a 0 to 60 time of 7.48 seconds, our Volvo V50 all-wheel drive put down a pretty respectable time, given the fact that we do have that added heft of the all-wheel drive and wagon shape. The good benchmark here is the C30 T5R design I owned. A little bit behind that, the all-wheel drive adds a more aggressive launch, but that extra weight just can't be overcome. That being said, this is still a pretty damn quick car. Just look at the company that it's hanging out with. Having driven multiple stock examples of the P1 platform, I'm always surprised by how capable they are, given their complacent, ordinary driving characteristics. Now, this example has taken very well to the suspension mods present. Eibach lowering springs have reduced the factory crossover ride height. The Elevate rear sway bar is an all-star in making that rear end rotate ever so much more when hustled through the tight stuff. And the imported 25mm strut bar allows the car much better turn-in and less push. In concert, these mods have turned the V50 into a corner-devouring machine. One that genuinely shocked me during the rally that I took it on by hanging with much faster cars than it had any right to be running with. Boy, can Volvo produce a gorgeous wagon. From their bricks of years past to the more pared down, slicker design here, even to their modern offerings, Volvo does wagons correctly. The V50 does dimensions right. The smaller P1 platform in wagon form just looks great. Barents Blue is subtle but effective and looks wonderful coupled with the dark gunmetal OEM 16-inch wheels. The slight drop from the lowering springs makes the V50 a stunner. The headlight design of these early P1 cars is also so cool with the black backing. They certainly lost some mojo with the later models, but these early cars just look stunning. Ergonomics holding hands firmly with simple design is a Volvo trademark. The P1 platform perfectly displays this pairing. Clean and understated best describes the interior of this vintage, hard to say that, V50. No large infotainment screen to age, just simple clean surfaces. The focal point of excitement has to be the waterfall center dash layout. It's a unique, functional, and Volvo trademarked mark of the period. It houses the iconic climate control buttons denoting sections of the body where the airflow will be applied. Seats are built for comfort more than bolstering, but maintain Volvo's high praise for seat quality. It's a spacious, clearly laid out cabin. The Volvo V50 T5 couldn't be bothered to be powered by some mundane 4 or 6 cylinder engine. Let's make it spicy with a 5-cylinder turbo power plant, said the Volvo engineers. The T5 motor in this V50, with its 2.5 liters of displacement, 4 valves per cylinder, and dual overhead cam design, outputs 218 horsepower at 5,000 RPM and a pretty high 236 pound-feet of torque at a pretty low 1,500 RPM. That torque wave hits immediately and allows the V50 to build speed in a very convincing and immediate manner. These motors are really quite stout and can be tuned further for even more competent numbers. The sound of an inline 5-cylinder also has a unique tone to it. The T5 is one of my all-time favorite Volvo engines. The centerpiece of this Volvo's drivetrain, and its rarest to find feature, is the M66 6-speed manual transmission. This transmission is identical to the one found in the S60R and V70R, but pushing less weight and, sadly, a little less power around this time. This does allow it to be understressed and have fantastic longevity in this application. Equal respect should be paid to the all-wheel drive system as well. The V50's Haldex all-wheel drive setup, paired with peak torque coming on tap at only 1,500 RPM, allows the V50 to claw with purpose out of corners. It's a potent combination that allows the V50 to punch well above its weight class when the road turns technical. The all-wheel drive system, T5 motor, and 6-speed gearbox work in perfect concert to make the V50 something special when driven hard. The V50 T5 all-wheel drive, when equipped with a manual, is a very compelling and approachable enthusiast-focused rally car that reacts well to handling modifications. Let's knock out the negatives first. The weight is a bit higher than the platform size would have you believe, but Volvo safety is a thing. Secondly, the rarity. I love rare and exclusive cars, but this combination is incredibly hard to find, and this causes many folks to miss out on the experience. Now for the really good stuff. A manually equipped all-wheel drive turbo wagon is always a good time, and this modified V50 is brilliant. It's a highly functional daily grind machine that can tear up a canyon with some pretty serious sports cars. Prices are also within reason, for now. And the car still provides fantastic value when that daily driving ease and safety are factored in. I was genuinely shocked by the performance level that this modified V50 provided, especially at its incredibly affordable price point. Don't sleep on this enthusiast wagon. It's an absolute performer. So let's take it out and drive.